Okay, I want to read you something real quick here from the World's Fishing Fair at Bass Pro. Okay. Nearly $4 million in career earnings, 13 wins, 7 top 10s, 123 top 20s, 2016 Bassmaster Classic champion. His name is Edwin Evers. My goodness, what a career.
I'm blessed, Joy. I get to do something I love to do. Whoever would thought that you can make a living bass fishing?
Well, I mean, you're a Missouri boy, so
I was born in Missouri. Yeah, I was.
Where were you born?
Louisiana, Missouri.
Okay.
Do you guys know where that's at?
Louisiana, Missouri. No.
It's
southeast.
An hour north of St. Louis on the Mississippi River.
So
Yeah.
All right. You were well, you weren't all that close. So now you live in Oklahoma?
I'm north of Tulsa.
Okay.
Yep.
What age did you get started fishing? When did you get bit by the bug, if you
very
will?
young. Like, I've got pictures of me catching some of my very first fish at Kaplinger Mills. Now, I was born in Louisiana, Missouri. Then I lived in El Dorado Springs for a long time. And my first fishing memories was always at Kaplinger Mills, which is not far north of here, you know.
No.
So, but very early. I won my first tournament in 7th grade in a boat that you propelled with swim fins. I had no motor on it, nothing. That was in Texas. My dad, unfortunately or fortunately, got transferred around a lot, and we moved to Texas from Missouri. And I have fished ever since I was in 7th grade. I dreamed to be in this position when I was in 7th grade.
Wow.
And it's hard to believe. I actually attended the World's Fishing Fair back as a kid, getting autographs.
Really?
Yes, getting autographs, the last one they had. So.
In 88.
Welcome back.
88,
You know, he may have been in the video that we just saw. You should have you watched the video closely. You may see yourself.
I'm there somewhere.
Oh, my goodness.
So was it, the way you're explaining it, it kind of developed. But was there that one eureka moment where you said, I can do this for a living?
Making the classic, my very first classic in 2000 was like a monumental moment for me. But it wasn't until I won my first tournament a couple years later that I actually had some sponsors and had a little momentum. And I wasn't just like living off crumbs, it was getting a little bit better.
Well, I know there's a lot going on while we're here at the World's Fishing Fair. Talk about some of the seminars.
What an opportunity for anglers. Like when I was a kid in 88 and I came here, I brought my notebook. I wrote down notes nonstop of what all the pros said. And some of those pros are still here. Tommy Martin, Stacy King, Rick Klum. Some of the best ones. But it's just a time for people to come learn. Come ask questions. Me and Kevin did a seminar earlier and talking about what this rain is doing to the lakes right now. I did a seminar earlier today about electronics. So many people want to learn about all this new technology. Tomorrow I'm going to do a seminar with Clark Winlet on picking out just 5 rod and reels on a budget. People all the time have budgets and they want to know, like, if they only could get 1 rod and reel or 2 rod and reels. We're going to break that down tomorrow and tell them what baits and styles they could use those rod and reels for.
That's helpful.
Now, of course, there are seminars and there are experts here from all fields of angling.
Absolutely. I don't want to cut anybody out. There's professional hunters here. Everything you can imagine is possibly here. And there's just so much to do here for kids. And then you just throw on top of it the conservation aspect and what Johnny does with giving everything back. It's mind-blowing.
Talk about your friendship, your partnership with Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, you give me goosebumps when you say it. I have been with the company since 1996, and it's family. That's what I love about it. It's truly family. It's the relationships that I have with him and his staff and the people that he puts around him. They're the salt of the earth. They're the best people in the world, and it's just his motto, what he stands for, the type of person he is. He gets that people around him, and he's just got a great team. And they all live it. That's what I love about it. They may be in the store working, and it may be an accountant, but that accountant's going to be out there on the lake at Table Rock bass fishing the next weekend, is what I love about it. We all share the same passion of the outdoors. It may not just be bass fishing. It may be turkey hunting or deer hunting or dove hunting or camping or canoeing. It may be any of those
That's kind of the unifying factor here with everyone who's taking part and so many of the people who are coming in. They believe in what's happening here, the conservation aspect.
No doubt.
Very good. Well, Edwin Evers, it's been lovely talking to you. And I know that when you were here at this very event in 1988, looking up to some of the people who are still here, and you look out in the audience this weekend and you see some little boy or little girl who wants a picture, wants to talk to you, I know you're going to be all over it.
I do. I just try to wrap my arms around them and just make them feel welcome, and just like they made me feel when I was here as a kid.
Great stuff. Edwin, nice to meet you.
Edwin,
Thank
thanks
you
for being
much.
here today.
Thank you so much.
Have fun while you're in town.
Yes, sir, Tom.
Hope you get to do a little fishing. All right, we promised you we were going to have some good stuff. Were we lying?
No,
if I'm
we weren't.
lying, I'm dying.
No,
And we
this
got
is a
even
good
more.
thing.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.